Welcome to Cooking with Bryan Dixon.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Bryan Dixon. On today's episode, we're going to be making one of my favorite sweet treats, bread pudding with a vanilla sauce. I love bread pudding. I got introduced to it a little late in life, but once I had it, it was amazing, and I hope that you enjoy this recipe. So, first things first, let's get some prep going.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our custard ready for our bread pudding. So we're going to start with 3 beaten eggs, 1.5 cups of sugar, 1/4 cup of melted butter or 4 tablespoons, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/2 cup of banana cream jello mix, and 3 cups of milk. And we're going to go ahead and get that incorporated. And what I did before I got my mixture together was I took about 3/4 of a loaf of brioche bread, cut it up into squares, and I baked it off for about 20 minutes on 400 degrees, just enough to get it toasted. And then once I got it done, it looked a little bit like this. There we go. And we're going to add our bread to our custard. And once you do that, you just want to make sure you get all of your bread soaked into that custard, incorporate everything. And then what we're going to do is once you've incorporated all of your bread in your custard, we're going to get it into our baking dish, and we're going to set it in the fridge for about 10 minutes. And then we're going to pop it in the oven at 375 for about 45 minutes. And it'll be good to go. So while we're waiting on that to set in the refrigerator, we're going to go ahead and get our sauce going. So we're going to start with 1 cup or 1/2 cup, of brown sugar. We're going to start with 1 tablespoon of flour, a pinch of cinnamon or 1/8 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 beaten egg, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, and 1 1/4 cup of milk. And what you're going to do is once you've got all that done, you're going to stir it up. And then what you want to do is we're going to put that on a medium heat, and you're going to consistently stir your mixture. And what you're looking for is as you stir it and as it warms up, your mixture is going to start to thicken up. Once it thickens up, what you're going to look for is it to be nappe. And what nappe is a cooking term, but what you want is your sauces to be thick so that when you take a spoon and run your finger through it, it should look like that. You should just be just like that. Once it looks like that, it's done. And you want to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, and then you're going to sit that to the side until your bread pudding is done, and then you're going to use that for your sauce. And then your bread pudding is done. When you know it's done, it'll come out. You should be able to stick a knife through it, and if it comes out clean, it is ready to go. And that looks great, so let's plate up. So we're going to get a nice spoonful of that bread pudding right there. Look at that. And then we're going to top it with our sauce. I'm going to drown mine. You don't have to do yours like this. And once you get your sauce on there, you're ready to go.
And there you have it, my bread pudding with vanilla glaze. Let's try it out. That is great. Well, that's all for today's episode. I'd like to thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please make sure before you leave, you hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. And please make sure, if you like this episode, please make sure you tell everybody you know. I thank